Hello guys, Matthew here and welcome back again to the TechTech YouTube channel. Continuing on with my attempt to cover aftermarket models of Polaris-based GPUs as much as possible, today I'll be checking out the Gigabyte RX 460 4GB WindForce OC model. Front of the box is pretty standard looking for Gigabyte, nothing in particular to see except the model name. While going to the back of it, you'll come across onto a bit more detailed overview of its features, like the upgraded ultra durable components, a picture of video output layout alongside of other specifications, and of course a closer look at the WindForce 2X cooler design. Opening up the box for the bundle, you'll get a quick start guide and an optical disc with drivers and software, so basically as bare bone as it can be. And here's the graphics card. As you can see here, we have your pretty standard looking design of the cooler in terms of the ongoing Gigabyte's AMD and Nvidia series, a plastic outer shell with orange highlights surrounding two 80mm fans, which are cooling off the big aluminum block beneath them. It hangs a bit on the back side, making the card just a tad longer than the PCB, but I don't mind the extra size as it will improve its cooling capabilities, especially since this model doesn't bring any heat pipes. This model also doesn't have any metal plate on its back, it's bare naked, which is expected since it's a budget tier graphics card, while it also lacks an additional power connector, which is in one hand a plus as you can power it only through the motherboard's PCI Express slot, but in other hand when it comes to overclocking this could be a minus as you'll see later on. Lastly, on the front you'll find a total of 3 video output connections, all different from each other, one DisplayPort, one HDMI and one DVI-D. Putting the card onto my testing rig, as per usual, first I dug in to check out its overclocking potential. Although the card seems to be a pretty decent overclocker, right away I've noticed that after a certain point, or to be precise after a certain clock speed, it just couldn't reach the set number. For example, here I have the GPU clock speed set at 1340 MHz and video memory at 1930 MHz, but I was only seeing around 1300 MHz in games and even lower in FurMark and 3D Mark, depending on the GPU utilization. This basically comes down to the fact that the card doesn't have any additional PCI Express power connectors, which makes it unable to reach higher speeds under full load since there isn't enough power being delivered. This is actually very similar to the problem which I had with my last review of the XFX RX 470 model, where I had to bump up the power limit to get to the claimed stock GPU clock speed. Go ahead and check that out if you want to. Finally, looking at the results, performance of this model at its stock values is almost on par with any other RX 460 out there. I say almost since this one is clocked at pretty tamed 1212 MHz. Since it cannot reach its maximal overclock GPU clock speed value due to the aforementioned power problem, this model falls behind performance-wise in that overclocking scenario compared to, for example, with the Sapphire Nitro and Asus Strix version, which I reviewed not so long ago. Taking a look at the temperatures during idle, I was seeing figures anywhere between 40 and 45 degrees Celsius, which is a bit higher, but since this model supports 0 RPM fan mode below a certain temperature threshold, it's not unusual. Checking out the low temperatures, under games I was mostly seeing numbers just above 60 degrees Celsius mark, while under Furmark stress test that was closer to 70 degrees Celsius. In terms of noise and loudness, in both scenarios I had the same fan speed of around 900 RPMs, making the card basically dead silent. That's it guys for this time from me. Thank you once again for checking out the unboxing and review of the Gigabyte RX 460 4GB WindForce OC graphics card. Feel free to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, that helps me a lot. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions about the product, and of course if you would like to see more content like this, you can subscribe to the TechTick YouTube channel, or you can just check out some of my other videos from before.